Hello friends, Soul Sanctuary friends, YouTube friends, thank you so much for joining me, Kat Meffan, for another practice. So today's practice is all about zoning out from everything external to you right now and zoning in to that sense of peace and calm and safety that we can own within this home, which is our bodies. There is a lot happening in the world right now outside of us, and anxiety, stress, sadness, grief, fear, it is so present within us. And then there's also the feeling of guilt if we're not feeling that way, if we're moving into celebration, into joy, which is completely allowed. It's really important that whatever is alive for you, you take time to honor it. And if there is those feelings of guilt that come up, just say hello to the guilt, allow it to kind of be there, but don't go into it. Don't take that narrative. Allow your narrative to be just in the present moment with whatever is here, and just welcome it, lean into it, be with it, and just try to be inside rather than outside in this practice today. So just because this is a yoga for calm, it doesn't mean it's going to be super still. We are going to be working into a flow today, because I find that the more we can connect to this breath and movement synchronicity, the more we can be in tune with what's happening internally, and the less our mind is flitting into the outside world. So that's what we're going to be coming into today. We are going to get started seated. So grab yourself a seated position. So if you want to grab a bolster, you want to grab a block, whatever that is, get yourself comfortable. We're going to come into a little bit of pranayama, and then we will move into our practice together. So getting yourself seated, rolling back the shoulders, grounding into every part of the body that is connected to the ground right now. Palms facing down onto the knees, onto the thighs, this gesture of connecting inwards. Growth starts with ourselves. Kindness starts with the self. It starts at home. And so before we look to the outside world and everything that needs fixing, can we just look to the inside world and give ourselves a big hug, a little bit of love, some compassion? Feel your breath rising through the spine, crown of the head reaches tall all the way up to the sky. This lifted sense. And maybe if you're feeling super intense and heavy today, maybe that lift isn't quite coming as easily. That's okay. If today is one of the heavier, one of the more shadowy days that you've been going through, just allow to yourself to be here and say to yourself, this is okay. I am feeling what I'm feeling, and this is okay. Can you roll your shoulders back? And then can you roll them back one more time? And we're going to take 3 breaths as we inhale through the nose, and we're going to blow the exhale out through the mouth. So creating that little O through the mouth as we blow it out. And as you blow that exhale out, I want you to almost feel the body melt, feel the body almost deflate, but not deflate in a kind of sad way, but deflate in a sense of releasing tension. So you can keep your eyes closed for these 3 breaths, taking an inhale and blow it out. One more. Just allow the breath to be in its natural rhythm. Set an intention for your practice today, your sankalpa. What can you offer your practice today? Maybe the focus to stay inwards, to stay with yourself. Maybe you'd like to offer the intention of the connection to your breath. maybe you'd like to offer the intention of joy. As we said, in a world that's so heavy, there is nothing wrong with feeling joy. It is more important now more than ever that we find those moments of joy for ourselves. So maybe that's what you want to bring to your practice today. We're going to take some elongated exhales. We're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 8. I'm going to count you through. You can take the inhale through the nose and then the exhale either through the nose or out through the mouth. Entirely up to you. When you're ready, let's go. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Allow the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Just taking another moment here in the stillness, grounding into the earth. Energy, breath, prana lifting you taller. Can you roll those shoulders back one more time? Can you feel the body just lifting and lengthening tiny bit more? And then maybe you flutter open the eyes. Maybe you want to stay in the darkness for a little longer. You're going to switch the cross of the legs here. So whichever leg was in front, you're going to bring the other one in front now. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale those hands through heart center. Inhale, open to cactus. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. And then exhale, round the spine, drop the head. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up again. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, open cactus. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. And then exhale, round. You're going to do that again without my guidance. Find the breath as your guide. And then just placing the hands forwards. Walk those hands forward slightly. Just allowing yourself into a forward fold here. Allow the head to just drop. Again, you can keep the eyes closed if you wish. Maybe you find a gentle sway side to side. Something so nurturing about a sway. When we're babies, just think of being rocked. You can quite literally rock yourself. And then walking those hands all the way up. You're going to bring the feet to a Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet come together here. And you can keep this Baddha Konasana as big as you want it to. You don't need to be forcing those heels in towards the hips. And you can also place blocks or cushions either side of you. Now we're going to move through some side stretches here. You're going to take right fingertips down, left arms up. I'm not mirroring you today, so it will probably look like we're going in opposite directions. And then bring it through center, take it over to the other side. It doesn't matter which side you do. And bringing it back through center. And then this time we start to flow. So we inhale, bring it over. Exhale, center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, center. Just flow here. Nice and slow. And then coming all the way back to center. Draw the knees into the chest. Hug those knees in. Literally wrap one arm around, then the other arm around. Give yourself the biggest hug. Literally squeeze. Squeeze your body. Squeeze everything in. Breathe in. And exhale as you just melt into that hug. And if that feels good, you can go again, giving yourself a big squeeze. And melt into that hug. And just pausing here for a moment. And you slowly release the hug and just make your way into a downward facing dog. So grounding down through the hands, tuck under the toes and fly the bottom all the way up to your downward facing dog. Taking some time here to just check in with the body. How do I feel? What's happening in the backs of the legs right now? So on a physical level. So asking yourself, how do I feel physically? What movements might I need to take in this downward facing dog to really just give myself exactly what is going to feel good? So remember to start with, we're on a physical level here. The muscles, the joints, deep into the bones. And then maybe checking in with the emotions. How do I feel emotionally, energetically? Could this feel better if I were to modify and just bring it down to the knees for a moment? Grounding down into the earth with those hands, connecting to Mother Nature. That amazing divine energy that we have from nature, constantly inspiring us, giving us life. And when you're ready, starting to walk the feet all the way to the hands, feet hip width apart. Take an inhale, lift the chest and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. You can bend the knees here in this forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. From this forward fold, you're going to bend the knees, sit your bottom back and come to rock on your back. And then see if you can bring yourself back to the forward fold. So there's nothing wrong with being a little bit playful to get to our inner world rather than focusing on the external. We're going to go 3 more times here. You sit that bottom down, you rock it back, find the momentum, and then find the fold again. And so what? You need to use your hands. If you fall over, no worries. Bringing it up. And then last time, rock it back. This time, can you come all the way up to standing? Reach the arms tall. And then exhale, release them down by your side. You're going to heel toe those feet a little wider. So they're coming almost to the outside edges of the mat. And I want you just to shift into the hips. So you push one hip one way, and then you push it the other way. And then with the shoulders, you start to circle these shoulders forwards. Maybe backwards feels better for you. So we're starting to just find a bit of freedom in our movement for a moment. And you can take some releasing breaths. Maybe you alternate which way you're going. The shoulders start to come back. The chest lifts a little more. And it could be that you feel a bit silly. This is the first time potentially that you've done this intuitive movement in a yoga practice. And you're like, what is she doing to me? I want you to, if you can, just let go a little bit more. If you could say to yourself, how would this feel? How would this look if I were to let go a little bit more? Can you maybe come into a little shake? There could be a stomp. There is no right or wrong here. That is super important. Whatever is calling to you, and it might be tiny and gentle and soft and flowing, but it might be that for you to reach that level of calm, there's something that needs to be shaken out. And if that's the case, now is your time to shake it out. You could do that vocally as well, with big breaths, with a big sigh. Just a few more moments. And then we're going to start to bring ourselves back into Tadasana. Standing feet together, hands down by the side. Roll those shoulders back, take a big inhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Going to work through a couple of Surya Namaskar A's. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, we dive it forwards. Inhale, create space, lift the chest. Exhale, place the hands, step back. Let's modify this first one, holding in the plank. Take a breath. Exhale, lower the knees down. And then slowly lower the whole body down to the earth. Inhale, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, tuck under the toes, bottom shifts back to child's pose. Then finding your way to the downward facing dog. Let's take some little twisty twizzles with the legs. Inhale, come up onto the toes, pivot the heels over to the right side and then push back. Inhale up to the toes and then to the other side, push back. One more each way. Inhale to the toes. Exhale, twist, push back. Up to the toes, twist, push back. Bringing it all the way back to center. On your next inhale, step or float the feet to the hands, lift the chest, create space. Exhale and we fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. We go again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Find the freedom of the flow. Exhale. Inhale, create space. Exhale, place the hands, either step or float back, lower down, chaturanga, or down to the knees. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, you're going to ground into the left foot. Right leg comes up to the sky. Keep the hips square. Push that right heel away. Now bending that right leg, open the hip and take some circles with that knee bent. So we're circling into the hip space. 2 or 3 going in each direction. Feeling into the fire of those shoulders. And then releasing that right foot down. Sweep left leg up, push that leg away. Square the hips just to begin with. Now open hip, you can bend that top leg and take the circles now on the left side. Be mindful, strong through those shoulders, going the other direction. And release it down, beautiful, well done. Taking an inhale, exhale. On an inhale, step or float feet to the hands, lift the chest, create space. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. We're going to take a variation of a Surya Namaskar. Be now, hinge at the hips, bend the knees, a little Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, create space. Exhale, place the hands, step or float back, lowering down, chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes all the way up and then step the right foot through between the hands. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Take the arms all the way up. Hook the thumbs here so we kind of fan out the hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale here. Can you take those hands a little further back? Think about the upper body lifting rather than the lower spine bending. Breathing here. And then release the hook of the thumbs, take the arms up. Now you're going to pivot this back knee out to the right. So we open the hips, almost like, so basically we're in a modified warrior 2. We're going to reach those arms all the way out long. Breathing here. Now we're going to go inhale as we dip forwards and then bring the arms up, and then exhale, bring it back to that 90-90. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. It might just be a tiny movement. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Now, pivot that back knee all the way to the back again. Reach the arms up, breathing in. Exhale, place the hands, tuck under back toes, step that right foot back and vinyasa your way all the way through. However you need to, meeting back in that downward facing dog. Sweep that left leg up. Left foot steps between the hands. Drop the back knee down, tuck under the toes. Sweep the arms up. We find that hook of the thumbs again. And whichever hook you went to last time is going to be the one that you naturally would go to. Take the opposite hook this time. Inhale, lengthen. Then exhale, allow the chest to open. Arms reach up, head lifts high up to the sky. At this point, reminding yourself of your intention. What are you offering to your practice today? And then coming all the way back to neutral, release the hook. You're going to pivot that back knee so that the hips open. We open out to our modified warrior 2 here. Now we fly the warrior, but slightly differently than we would if we were all the way up. We inhale, lean it forwards, reach the arms high. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. 2 more. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Beautiful. Pivot yourself all the way back around again. Sweep both arms up. Inhale. Exhale, frame the foot. Step it all the way back. Find plank, chaturanga, or down to the knees. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Being mindful that if you need to modify any of these vinyasas, please do. This needs to be your practice with how you're feeling. On your next inhale, either step or float the feet to the hands. Lift the chest, create space. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Utkatasana, hinge at the hips, bend the knees. And then exhale, come all the way to standing. Take a moment here, grounding into the earth. Hands down by the side. You can close down the eyes for a moment. And we're going to take that one more round. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, create space. Exhale, place the hands, step or float back, lowering down, chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg steps up. This time though, we're going to bring it into a high lunge, not warrior 1, high lunge. If you would like to stay with the modified variation that we just did, please do. So you can take that back knee down. Find the hook of the thumbs. Open the heart up to the sky. Fanning out through the fingers. Finding that line of energy, glutes are switched on and activated. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, open it out, warrior 2, or finding that modified variation. Now we just go the opposite way when we're doing flying warrior, not down on the knees. So we inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, 2 more, breathing in. And out. Last time, flow with the breath. Exhale. Windmill the hands all the way over. Frame the foot, step it all the way back to plank, and work your way down through your vinyasa, meeting back in that downward facing dog. Again, the option to stay with the modified variation on this side. Sweep left leg up. Step left foot between the hands, high lunge. Arms reach up, find the hook. Fan the fingers, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift the heart up to the sky. Opening for love, compassion, not just for everyone around you, but remember for yourself. Taking this practice inwards for you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open it out, warrior 2. We fly the warrior 4 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach it all the way over, step it back and flow through. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Let's take a releasing breath here together. Inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. On your next inhale, step or float the feet to the hands. Lift the chest, create space. Exhale, fold down over both legs. Inhale, Utkatasana, one breath. And then exhale, come all the way up to standing. Now, you're going to ground into the earth with that left foot, and you're going to bring the right foot up to find tree pose. So you can either keep the foot down on the mat and place the heel of the right foot to the inside of the left ankle, or you can place the sole of the foot to the calf, or bring it all the way up to the inside of the left thigh. Finding that dual action of the inner thigh and the foot coming together. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Holding here. Feeling into the wobbles, the breeze of the external world. Can you stay steady? Can you stay confident in your soul, in your truth, in your power? And so what? If you fall, we just come back. You're going to bring the hands through heart center. We're going to try and take a little twist here. So the left hand is going to come across the body onto the right knee. And the right arm's going to reach out behind you. You're going to see if you can shift the gaze to look behind you. Amazing. If you're wobbling all over the place, no worries. You're going to bring it all the way back to the front. Bring the hands to heart center. Keep the right leg lifted. Send the right leg back, warrior three. Breathing here, strong into that left leg. And then we're going to open it all the way out, the grace of the goddess. Open it here, cactus the arms. Get deep into that goddess. Can you breathe up energy through the soles of the feet, into the hip space, into the pelvis, drawing you taller? Like I said, the grace and power of the goddess. Channeling that energy right now. And then you're going to pivot yourself all the way round to the back of the mat. Step the back foot in slightly. We're going to find a little pyramid pose here. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and fold. If you would like to take the hands to reverse prayer here, absolutely. You're lengthening the crown of the head forwards. Drawing those shoulders back if you're in that hand mudra. On an inhale, lifting all the way up. Release the hands. And then you're going to push off the back foot and then just come to lift the left knee into the chest. Take the left hand onto the left ankle and start to sweep that leg back, finding your dancer. Again, another graceful but strong pose here. I don't mind whichever variation of dancer you want to go into. You can keep it active and not take the hook. You could take a strap. You can take any mudra that feels right for you. Where is your intention? And then gently, without trying to fall, slowly coming back, feet ground down together. So you're now at the back of your mat, just grounding into the earth. Again, hands down by the side. Close down the eyes, take a breath. Okay. Take the weight now over onto the right leg. We go for our right side Vrikshasana tree pose. So remember your options, either foot down, foot at the calf, or foot comes to the inside of the thigh. Find that connection with thigh and foot coming together. It is both of them doing the work, not just one. Reach the arms all the way up. Find your gazing point. Try to make sure that this hip isn't flinging itself open. This left knee is at a diagonal. It's very rare that you're going to see this knee going straight out to the side. You want to focus on the hip staying square. Slowly start to bring the hands down through heart center. We have that little challenge here of the twist. Right hand comes across the body, places onto the thigh, left arm reaches back. Can you take the gaze around with you? Oh, I'm falling. And slowly, if you can, bring it all the way back to center. Find your balance. Hands come to heart center. Start to take that left leg all the way back. Warrior 3. Strong through that right supporting leg. Hips are square. Crown of the head reaching forward as the back heel pushes back. Lengthening into the energy here. And then we take a big step back into the grace of the goddess, opening the arms up, find that cactus. This time we're going to take 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, but place one hand on top of the other. As you breathe, connect to you, connect to your love, your compassion, your heart space. And then starting to straighten the legs, pivot towards the front of the mat, step the back foot in slightly. We find the pyramid. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach forwards. Again, you've got the option of taking the hands behind the back, bringing the palms together. Hips squaring off here, drawing that left hip in towards the body. Shoulders opening, palms pressing together. And inhale, lift all the way up. Release the hands. You're going to push off that back foot. Draw the right knee into the chest. Right hand comes to the right heel or right ankle as you then sweep that leg back, whichever variation of dancer you would like to take. What's going to feel right for you in this moment? Wherever you are, again, finding that gazing point. Feeling into the wobbles. Breathing here. And then slowly bringing yourself all the way out. Ground down through both feet. Take a nice big inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale as you cascade the body forwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, place the hand, step it straight back to a downward facing dog. And then inhale, wave the body forwards to high plank. Lower the knees down, drop the bottom back onto the heels, and then swing the legs around in front of you. So you've got the legs out long. Pop yourself up on a block. We're going to fold into ourselves for the final parts of this practice. Really important that we connect ourselves because we are constantly standing up. And so often there's a disconnect between our head and our feet, so our upper body and our lower body. So as we fold, I want you to feel as one. Feel your body connecting fully. Grabbing a strap if that's what you want to work with. Inhale, lengthen through the chest. Exhale as you walk the fingertips forwards. Doesn't matter how low you get here, how far you go. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold. Just connecting to your breath. Gently, softly feeling the breath, the prana traveling around the body. On an inhale, coming all the way up. You're going to shift the body forwards And then bend the knees. And we're going to slowly lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. Now, either if you have a block nearby and you can use a block here, then I'm going to invite you to come to a restorative bridge. So the feet hip width apart, you're going to lift the hips, you're going to wiggle that block underneath you. If you don't have a block, you could use a bolster, you could stack up some cushions. If you don't have any options, then what you're going to do is you're going to move with the breath here. And obviously if you do have a block but you'd prefer this option, then you can absolutely do this. And we're going to go for 6 of these. We're going to inhale, lift the hips, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower. Like I said, if you've got your block, honor the stillness. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And then holding here with the option of bringing the arms all the way around, interlacing the hands underneath the body. And try to be lifting the hips as opposed to the ribs. So yes, you could lift your ribs a lot higher, but see if you can just lower the ribs slightly, but keep the hips lifted. The glutes are going to be a little bit more active. And then gently releasing all the way down. Shift the knees side to side. And then bringing those knees into the chest, you're going to place the left ankle on top of the right knee. Interlace the hands through and just allow the legs to be drawn gently towards the body. You could always take your left elbow onto the left knee if you can reach. And then as you pull in, you also add a bit of resistance to that knee pushing out. But the whole time, think about an external rotation from that left hip. So it's not about just pulling and yanking. You want to actively be opening, externally rotating that left hip. And then gently release, switching sides. So the right ankle comes onto the left knee. Take the interlace. Maybe the right elbow connects with the right knee. Close down the eyes, just breathing here. And gently releasing. Hugging those knees in, taking any final movements that you need here, maybe a little rock side to side. And then you're going to rock yourself, keeping the eyes closed all the way up to that seated position that we started with. So you might want to grab a block or a bolster. And wherever you get to, just close down the eyes. Take the palms face down onto the knees. Roll the shoulders back. Check in with the body, the physical body to begin with. Notice, are you able to roll those shoulders back a little further than you were at the start? Are you able to sit a little taller? Are you able to honor a little deeper whatever it is that is alive for you, whatever it is that you are going through in this moment? Come back to your intention. In these final few moments, can you stay with that intention, offering to your practice, offering to yourself? The more we look after ourselves, the more we can move into love and compassion for ourselves, the more we can unite in that feeling together. The more love, kindness, compassion we can share, the more togetherness we can feel in this world through just honoring and loving the self. Kindness costs nothing. But kindness starts with you. Kindness starts at home. Being kind to yourself, being kind to those directly around you, and then growing that outside of your circles, kindness, love. We are here together in this incredible practice that we have been gifted, the practice of yoga. How lucky we are. Let's take a moment of gratitude. The knowing that right here, right now, you are not doing this practice alone. I have no doubt that there is somebody else in the world right now listening to this exact part of this practice with you. Can you place one hand on top of the other? Can you feel into the loving, calm energy that you cultivated in that practice? Can you breathe it into your soul? And then as you exhale, can you share it? Share it to the other soul or souls that are doing this practice with you right now. Together we are love, together we are strong, together we are kind. I welcome you back into the space with a releasing breath. Inhale and release. Namaste. Bowing to you in respect of you arriving back in your body in the physical space after that practice. Thank you so much. Whether you're doing this practice on the day that it went live on my YouTube, whether you're coming to it years down the road, no matter what it is that you're going through, how special it is to take time for you in your practice, to try to just move, even if it's just by a millimeter, away from everything happening around you and just center yourself in. So if you can stay with that centering for a little while longer, be that go and hydrate, go and journal, take another meditation, give someone a call that you love, send a message of love to somebody. Can you stay in that space for a little bit longer today? I hope so. Thank you so, so much. The time that this video went live, as a lot of us know, there are some terrible issues happening in the world. I have left a few links below in the description block box of places that you can donate to if you feel called to. There is no pressure to do so. Maybe you just click and you have a read through. I'm going to leave them there. You do what you've got to do. Thank you so much to my Soul Sanctuary family, to the YouTube community, and I look forward to seeing you again for another practice very soon. So much love.